Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on July 21, 2023. Beethoven's skull fragments return to Vienna. BBC, Beethoven's skull is returned to Vienna. The Times, presumed Beethoven's skull fragments return to Vienna. Famed US hacker Kevin Mitnick dies aged 59. BBC, famed computer hacker Kevin Mitnick dies at age 59. The Independent, Kevin Mitnick, the world's most wanted hacker before becoming a cybersecurity consultant, dies at 59. Fortune, Kevin Mitnick, hacker who eluded authorities, is dead at 59. The New York Times, pioneering hacker Kevin Mitnick, FBI wanted felon turned security guru, dead at 59. Belarus Red Cross says it is involved in transfer of children out of Ukraine. Abramovich ally begins High Court challenge against UK sanctions. The Guardian, oligarch challenges Russian sanctions at High Court. BBC, Russian oligarch Eugene Shvidler challenges sanctions regime in UK court. WION, billionaire fighting sanctions says he last saw Putin at a funeral in 2007. Bloomberg, oligarch linked to Roman Abramovich challenges sanctions in court. Trump not frightened by January 6 indictment, but it would be dangerous to jail him. Ukraine ambassador to UK grilled by Kyiv after criticizing Zelensky in Amazon Row. The Independent, UK foreign policy. Without resilience in supporting Ukraine, whatever happens next will be worse. MSNBC, Russia preparing attacks on civilian ships in Black Sea, Prigozhin brands frontliner disgrace. Sky News, Russian forces are fragile and Ukraine can force full retreat, Ben Wallace says. iNews, world will be left in more dangerous place if Russia not held accountable for Ukraine aggression, Ryan tells UN. Rex Heuermann's wife files for divorce from accused Gilgo Beach murderer, live. The Independent, Gilgo Beach serial killer suspect Rex Heuermann killed at least one of his victims at his home. Daily Mail, it just shrunk that whole universe. Pickup truck was key piece of evidence that led to Gilgo's suspect, state police say. News 12 Long Island, Donald Trump hired suspected serial killer for £160,000 property project. Russia-Ukraine war live, US supplied cluster bombs, having an impact on Russian defenses, Washington says. The Guardian, cluster bombs, Ukraine using munitions effectively, says US. BBC, Ukraine-Russia war, Ukraine launches first cluster bomb attack on Russian troops. The Telegraph, Russia-Ukraine war, US cluster bombs being used by Kyiv against Russia, White House confirms, as it happened. The Guardian, Ukraine begins firing cluster bombs supplied by the US at Russia. Sailor says emotional goodbye to dog after spending 3 months at sea. The Independent, rescued Australian sailor Timothy Shaddock reveals meditation and his dog Bella helped him survive. The Guardian, the Times view on Tim Shaddock, tale of the high seas. The Times, Australian sailor speaks of relief after months lost at sea, but H's leaving his dog behind. iNews, Australian castaway gives detailed account of his time at sea. Russia-Ukraine war at a glance, what we know on day 513 of the invasion. Boyfriend of Carly Russell deletes social media posts after police cast doubt. The Independent, Carly Russell's birthday fuels bizarre social media theories about July cancers. HITC, Carly Russell, redistricting, Annabelle Ham, down in Alabama. Al.com, Alabama police find no evidence Carly Russell was trying to help toddler. The Independent, significant updates revealed in case of Carly Russell. Live, presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. testifies in online censorship hearing. The Independent, Democrats condemn Robert F. Kennedy Jr. for saying COVID attacks races differently. The Telegraph, from vaccines to Nazis, Democrats attack Republicans by listing RFK Jr.'s most outrageous claims at hearing. The Independent, The Guardian view on Robert F. Kennedy Jr., from Camelot to conspiracy mongering. The Guardian, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., hearing on weaponization of federal government, weaponization hearing live. US probes if North Korea knew about defecting soldier Travis King, live. The Independent, Travis King, what's next for US soldier detained in North Korea? BBC News. BBC News, Travis King, U.S. soldier is absent without leave in North Korea, Pentagon says. BBC, U.S. Army investigating if North Korea had prior knowledge of Travis King DMZ plan. The Independent, for North Korea, defectors don't always mean leverage. Australia 1-0 Ireland, Women's World Cup player ratings. The Guardian, FIFA 2023 Women's World Cup live, Australia vs Republic of Ireland score, commentary and updates in opening Group B game, live. BBC, Fahey features as Republic of Ireland edged out by Australia at Women's World Cup. Liverpool FC, poker faces and competitive advantage, how the Sam Kerr injury drama unfolded. The Guardian, Matilda's fans and broadcaster Lucy Zelich hammer journalist who called team sneaky, dishonest and deceitful F. Berlin search for suspected lioness continues as night falls. Extreme weather continues across Europe as further heatwave looms. The Guardian, how long is the heatwave in Europe expected to last? The Independent, extreme weather, temperatures of more than 40 C persist in Europe and wildfires rage in Greece, as US braces for record heat. Sky News, it's grim and I'd rather be back in Britain. A heatwave in Rome is making life impossible. iNews, Sardinia sizzles in 46 C as Italian cities placed on heatwave red alert. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.